What's up, Classic Cult Cinema family? Mario B back from Wisconsin. Like I said earlier, we are talking about the 1991 cult classic called Stone Cold. Not Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold Brian Bosworth. Yep, I think he was a football player, bodybuilder, musclehead, beefcake, all-around guy. And like I said, he was trying to be an action star. And this was from 1991, directed by Craig R. Baxley. IMDb synopsis: a tough Alabama cop is blackmailed by the FBI into going undercover in a violent Mississippi biker gang. Yep, that is pretty much what was going on here. As always, I have some notes that I took while watching this movie. We're going to go through them together and see if we can kind of nail down just exactly what was going on here in this Stone Cold good time. All right, so director Craig R. Baxley, his two previous films before this movie were I Come in Peace and Action Jackson. Fellas, I think Calderon is calling, at least for Action Jackson anyways. Let's see, the movie opens up with a grocery store robbery, very Cobra-esque. Also on the security camera it says that the robbery is taking place at 9:37 at night. There sure seems to be a hell of a lot of people in the grocery store for it being 9:37 at night. That's neither here nor there. Also, the guys robbing the store seem to have way too much firepower for just a simple grocery store robbery. I think they could have got away with just a couple handguns or a shotgun, maybe. I wrote down, director Baxley, he must jerk off to Cobra because he's stealing a bunch from it here. Yeah, that whole opening scene is very Cobra. Reminded me a lot of Cobra. John Stone, Joe Huff, however you want to call him in this movie, just strolls into the grocery store where the guys are robbing it. He's doing his thing. He's taking them out one by one. The one guy comes around the corner to go after him, and there's a bunch of spilled soda on the ground. Just how far that guy flew through the air. That was hilarious. The other cops show up after he's already taken on all the guys, and he's got the situation under control. And they ask him, what do you got to say for yourself this time? And he says, you got to clean up on aisle 4. Just like Cobra. So we go to the credits. We got Bosworth, Lance Henriksen, William Forsythe. We're getting a masterclass today, gentlemen. This is how it's done. We got a nice montage of all the motorcycle gang shenanigans at the beginning of the movie. I think these guys were in NWO Black and White, not Wolfpack. They weren't the cool NWO. They were the old dirty bastards. I think they decided that physics and science just don't exist in this world. Like I said, when the guy flew through the air when he slipped on the soda, and then when the guy shoots the priest and he flies out the window like he got shot out of a cannon, I'm like, okay, that's some non-physics shit there. We see Brian Bosworth. He's feeding his pet Komodo dragon because, of course, he has one. The way he's dressed here, he looks like he's one of the Steiner brothers in street clothes. The FBI guys that come to see him are Sam McMurray of Raising Arizona and Christmas Vacation, and Richard Gant, the coroner who for some reason ate Jason's heart, and Jason goes to hell. Yep. When his partner comes to see him in the morning, and he's got the naked girl in bed, and they ask him, what's the matter, you never seen one of those before? He goes, yeah, but not that well made. Then we go to the strip club. Lots of boobies. Cha-ching! Ice Hensley. That's a top 5 classic cult cinema name if I've ever heard one. Mark it down, fellas. Alright. William Forsythe, speaking of Ice Hensley, he plays a great scumbag. Really underrated character actor. And we cut to Council Bluffs Saturday night. Yep. Lance Henriksen shows up for the first time, and I'll bet his hands never touched the ground either. Tool, the guy that opens and closes the gate for the Brotherhood, is played by Tony Pierce. He played Mr. Jason in Trancers 3. Fun fact for me anyways, I love Trancers 3. Let's see, Chains, some of his words of wisdom in this movie. Should put them on a t-shirt or like commemorative plates or something, but he says, when he's talking about trusting Boz, this is either going to be the biggest pork chop I ever ate or my bulldozer. Yep. Oh shit, the mob blew up Mr. Jason. Stone's going to fuck him up. Cut to him on top of their car, riding on the windshield. Poor Mr. Jason, he got blowed up. So then they go to see him in the hospital, He's laying there and like half his face is gone. And like, hey man, we brought you some pizza. Oh great, thanks. Half my mouth's missing and I want to die. But then the one guy starts and he's like, get that fucking harmonica out of here. I ate too much. So then as retribution, they go to see the other mobsters and they bring the motorcycle helmet in. And it's like, oh yes, the old the old head in a motorcycle helmet gag.
Good, clean, fun.
All right, so continuing with our notes here. So remember that John Stone, Joe Huff, whatever you want to call him, he is undercover. So he's got to meet his partner Lance, who's with the FBI in secret. So I think they're meeting at a gas station bathroom. And Lance is kind of a germaphobe, so he comes out and he says, "Oh, this place hasn't been cleaned in forever. I think George Washington took a dump in here." That one got me. We get more words of wisdom from Chains. Something else for the T-shirt, the plates, the banner, what have you. He says it's better to be first in hell than second in heaven. Okay. They take poor Gutted. They cut his fingers off in the motorcycle because he dared to have a conscience. So he really can't play that harmonica now. And then I wrote, I can't believe we didn't get an obligatory Boz sex scene here. I think that was in reference to Chains' girlfriend. She started his shit, so she starts to kind of warm up to Stone, and they're making out. I kind of thought we would get a 90s softcore sex scene there, but nothing came out of that. So Ice Hensley, he was always suspicious of Stone, just because he was kind of the new guy, which turns out he was right. He should have been suspicious. But anyways, they get in a motorcycle chase, and he shoots the cop chasing him, and his car bursts into flames.
Good, clean, fun.
And then we get Ice. He drives right into the front of a car, and it explodes. Oh, see you later, Ice. We hardly knew you. And then during Chains' heartfelt eulogy for Ice, one biker in the crowd looks at another one and says, "He was cold." I felt that. Then we got a Viking funeral for Ice. See you in Valhalla, brother. All right. Then they're about to do the big deal with the drugs, the water. I don't know what the hell those drugs were. It looked like water, but anyways, they're going in the truck, and then a guy, you see a close-up of a guy giving them the signal that it's okay. And I was like, is that Michael P.S. Hayes? Kind of looked like him. And then Stone shoots the guy that was supposed to do the deal, and he's trying to make it look like he's not a cop. Of course, the guy was wearing a vest. Oh, John Stone, you crafty son of a bitch. Look, Lance, there's a time to turn it on. Words of wisdom from John Stone this time. Chains shoots his woman in the head. I did not see that coming. Well done, movie. Well done. All right, so what else do we got here? They have a guy flying a helicopter for some reason, and the helicopter pilot was played by Gregory Scott Cummings, who plays Mac's dad, Luther, on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Fun fact for you there. Yes, the old strap a bomb to a guy, then push him out of the helicopter before he explodes gag.
Clean, fun.
And I wrote down, Director Baxley sure loves his vehicles driving inside kink. We all recall Carl Weathers driving that car up the stairs in Action Jackson. We got motorcycles driving through the courthouse in this one. Good times going on there. Again, physics does not exist in this world, as Stone shoots Mudfish and he flies out the window like he got shot out of a fucking cannon. That was hilarious. Yes. The old shoot a guy off his motorcycle who's racing towards you, causing him to fall off the motorcycle. And then the motorcycle flies out the window and crashes into the helicopter that just happens to be circling around outside and causes the helicopter and the motorcycle to explode.
Clean, fun.
FBI agent Lance is here to save the day. And he said it was time to turn it on. He sure was. And then we get over the credits. We get I didn't know who it was. I had to look it up. It's actually Dangerous by the Doobie Brothers. Had no clue that was who that was singing that song. Sounds nothing like the Doobie Brothers. So yeah, this was, like I said, Stone Cold from 1991. I don't really know how to feel about this one. I didn't really have an attachment to it back in the day. I don't remember watching this one, to be honest. it was enjoyable. I mean, I'm not gonna put it on the plaque. I might get thrown out of the group for that. I give it 1.5, 1 3/4. It was enjoyable, it wasn't hard to watch. It went by pretty quick, but I mean, it's not plaque worthy to me. But you know what? If you guys want to put it on the plaque and then give me the finger, hey, whatever. I got no problem with that. Anyways, so this is Mario B signing out for Stone Cold. We are going to be back with Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. That ought to be a doozy. I don't remember that one either. I know I've seen it, but it's been a while, so I will be back with notes. So see you all next
The
time.
action's here. Just come and get it.